The Wallabies versus England is proudly brought to you by Hyundai New Zealand.
The All Black team can create rugby history.
So the second test in the Cook Cup Series, Australia versus England. And a beautiful night in Sydney to welcome the English team back for the first time in 7 years. Current temperature 15 degrees. Now Youngs gets it out to a Flood, cut out pass, and Hoppe, former New Zealand Rugby League international, goes to ground. Advantage being played here. And Foden is up from the fullback. Penalty advantage and a gift 3 points for England early on, and you can put that down to some sloppy play by the Wallaby inside backs. Toby Flood from right in front. No problems from there. So a good start. And a reasonable cheer going up around the ground for England as well. Survivor from the Wallaby Matchday 22 in the World Cup Final 2003. And is the radar working tonight? Oh yeah. Yes, it is. So it's 3-3 at ANZ Stadium. Australia and England. Rob Horn is there. It's been picked up though by Mitchell. And so the Wallabies have it 10 metres inside England territory.
You need to be on feet first. You need to be on feet first.
Good strike from Giddo. It's a beauty.
He is good. He's very good.
6 points to 3. Australia over England. 2 penalties to 1.
Well, here's their tactic. They've got Courtney Laws and Nick Easter in centre field. They crunch it up. Oh, look at Youngs.
And he's got to get on the outside. And there it is by the 20-year-old Ben Youngs. The gap opened up. First start in a test match. The man from Leicester.
Come on.
Genia feeds a pretty good Wallaby scrum. Now he gives it to Cooper, and he gives it to Digby. Ioane's got Giddo on the inside, and Giddo's got an open run to the line. There's the hit back. Matt Giddo scores for Australia.
That was beautiful.
Well, they targeted Quade Cooper, and him taking the ball to the line does drag a defender out. He then, I think it was... it must have been Gitto ended up being the decoy, and Ioane went from the inside of Cooper, slid to the outside, and that's where the hole was.
Youngs and Palmer got it away to Ashton, and Ashton's going to score for England. Oh, he's got some toe. Chris Ashton, his first test try.
Has he what? After 10 phases, the Wallabies were called upon. They're a little bit threadbare, but they had the numbers. Flat on their heels, whereas Ashton took it at them. The English attack had been fairly static, taking it up, just soaking up defenders, sucking them in.
Horn beat 1, tackled on halfway. Giddo, Cooper, O'Connor, numbers on the inside. Giddo has got a double. Oh, brilliantly worked. Australia. Matt Giddo, to the roar of the crowd, scores the first try of the second half. Brilliant stuff.
Wonderful use of space. Before it got to that point, they'd stretched it right across the whole 66 metres of the field.
They'll look for Simon Shaw or Lewis Moody up the middle.
16,
Croft won it. Pulled down. It's a penalty. Penalty to England. Mistake. Taking him in the air. Rocky Elson's going to come up and argue, but it's not going to have any bearing on the referee.
The Hooters about to go.
7th phase. England now with Wilkinson kicking it into touch. Swing low, sweet chariot. England have caused the upset yet again at ANZ Stadium in Sydney. Johnny Wilkinson having the final say, kicking it into the stands, not between the sticks tonight. But after leading by 15 points to 13, they have won it by 21 points to 20. The Wallabies lost their last test at this ground by 1 point. That was to the All Blacks. Outmuscled, Out enthused.
Out defended by the English. They fixed up their missed tackles from last weekend, and that was the key to victory.
Oh, and they fixed up their attack. They finally decided to throw the ball around and use the bit of talent that they've got out there. The fullback was brilliant. He was fantastic. Foden. Ashton had a real crack tonight, which was great.
And young halfback.
And the halfback Youngs, they really got him on the front foot. It was the youth of the team that did it.
Australia went away from the basics that served them so well last week. Too many errors, too many missed tackles by the Australians.
They've got to turn around and do it all again in Brisbane next Saturday when they play Ireland. But England will celebrate this victory long and hard before they head to New Zealand to take on New Zealand Maori in Napier on Wednesday. That'll be a tough game for the tourists, but they were desperate to try and come away with something positive from this tour down under. They brought a big squad.
Coverage of the Wallabies versus England was proudly brought to you by Hyundai New Zealand.